Hey, today I'd like to introduce you to a Telegram bot built using the latest version 20.3 of the Python Telegram bot library. This library incorporates two remarkable features: asynchronous programming and a conversation handler. In this video, we will explore how these features were applied in my project. These features greatly simplify the coding process. Previously, handling asynchronous tasks required using the diagram library, which involved decorators and sleep functions. However, with the latest version of the Python Telegram bot library, these features are natively supported. Similarly, the conversation handler streamlined the creation and management of dialogue-based bots, eliminating the complexity of handling conversation states. In addition, I've implemented a new feature, a menu button. This button allows users to open a web application directly within Telegram. Throughout the video, I'll demonstrate how these features significantly improve code simplicity and efficiency. Let's open the code, and you can find the link below the video. First, we will initialize the bot and create the start command. To initialize the bot, we need to create an application using the application builder and pass your bot token, which you can obtain from bot further. Next, we create a handler for the start command and add it to our application. Then we define the start function, which sends a greeting message to the user. And finally, we should add application.run pooling. So, by creating and adding the handler and defining the start function, we can now run our file and greet the user. Notice how simple it is to define an asynchronous function and use await to wait for a message. Async and await are keywords used in Python for asynchronous programming. They allow you to create asynchronous functions and await the execution of asynchronous operations without blocking other tasks. Now, in the same manner, we create the min command to retrieve the meaning of the word. We create a handler and add it to the application. Note that in the min handler we use a different context, callback context, which provides access to the arguments passed in the command. Inside the meaning function, we retrieve the first argument from context args, which represents the list of arguments passed in the min command. We then use this argument to perform a request and retrieve the meaning of the word. Next, we format the retrieved meaning and send it to the user as a message. In this example, we use HTML markup to format the text. The entire code of the meaning function is asynchronous, allowing the bot to perform other tasks while awaiting the completion of asynchronous operations, such as querying the dictionary or formatting the message. Now let's dive into the conversation handler. In this case, we define the entry point, which represents the command that triggers the dialog, and the fallback, which are commands that end the dialog. The next step is to define the states. Each state corresponds to a level of nesting in the conversation flow. For example, at the first question, we define that only a yes answer is expected. Then we move to the second question, where there are two possible answers, creating two branches. Each branch generates two more possible answers, resulting in 4 options at the third level, and so on. For each state, we specify the corresponding handler function that will be executed when the state is reached. The handler functions are responsible for processing the user's answer and deciding the next state or action. Once we have defined the conversation handler, we add it to the application. Let's take a closer look at the start dialog function. When the user sends the command to start the dialog, we display a yes button and send a message. If the user clicks yes, we update the state accordingly. In the answer function, which is defined as the handler for the first state, we retrieve the user's answer from the state using the update object. Then, based on the state's content, we provide different questions and buttons. Depending on the state's content, we can give the user different questions and buttons to interact with. This allows for dynamic and context-aware conversations. I encourage you to try implementing the dialog yourself. Once you reach the third level, you will notice that the code becomes repetitive. However, keep in mind that you can customize the questions, buttons, and media sense to the user, creating a more engaging and interactive chat experience. Lastly, let's talk about the menu button. To create it, you don't necessarily need to write code. You just need a ready-to-use URL page. To add the menu button, go to Bot Further, select your bot, go to Settings, and navigate to the menu button settings. Add the URL link to your web application there. And there you have it. Your bot is ready to go. Thank you for staying with me throughout this process. Have a nice day. Bye.